Alright guys, Logan Paul's most profitable scam yet. Let's check it out. This 20-ounce bottle of Gatorade has 34 grams of sugar. One bottle of
Get in the car. This guy has no idea. Logan Paul, you're trying to make your drink the most popular rehydration drink in the world. So these guys have signed Bayern Munich. They're the official rehydration partner of the UFC. They don't even understand hydration. This is crazy. In only a few minutes, I'm going to teach you all the things that people like Logan Paul and KSI don't want you to know about when it comes
If they wanted to sell hydration, I think they should have sold water.
to hydration. These happen to be the two worst flavors. See that? Proper hydration drinks.
This is $10. This is okay?
$10?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how much that is one more time?
$10.
$10. $10, that's £5. If you British, I'm grateful there's
Oh my goodness, bro. I never tried Prime, but why does everybody like Prime, bro? Why does everybody like Prime? It's
$10 because that
I've never tried it, and I want to try it now.
helps me improve. That was $20. Best be careful handling them. You see the way he warned me?
This is $10. This is okay?
That guy should have been wearing a black and white stripy jumper and an eye mask because he's robbing us. So what I've got here are 3 of the most popular hydration beverages. Now,
We forgot water, bro.
if you recall to earlier on what Logan Paul said in his video, he was virtue signaling about the sugar content.
This 20-ounce bottle of Gatorade has 34 grams of sugar in it. One bottle of Prime has 2 grams of sugar. That's 17 times the amount of sugar.
Now, before I get into
Guys, let's be real here. Whoever invented Prime or whatever did a good job, man, of getting these social media personalities, KSI, Logan Paul, in on the deal. Because now, it's just, their whole lives are social media. They're just gonna promote. They promote it so much. They make good videos. They have a good PR team to promote Prime. It's you know what I mean, bro. It's a drink.
which one I think is superior, let's go for a quick lesson in hydration and dehydration. So depending on which sport you do, which duration and what elements you're in, there's going to be a different amount of dehydrating that occurs. So if you're playing rugby sevens in the summer, or whether or not you're playing football, maybe you're doing a CrossFit workout, whatever it is, there's going to be an element of sweating. Now, typical bodybuilder workouts don't elicit tremendous amounts of sweat. So if you're going to do 15 sets of bodybuilding exercise, an electrolyte beverage isn't an essential. But if you're going to do something over a longer duration, if you don't want to see your performance taper off, kind of is. I'll explain why. Fat loss gurus over the years have said to people that when you sweat, it's your fat crying. It's not. It's your body trying to regulate its temperature and you will lose water. But it's not just water that you're losing.
As I've never heard that term before, guys.
We also lose salt. That's why, have you ever noticed that on a hot and sticky day, your dog just can't resist licking you? They're licking that salt. They're enjoying it. Do you notice that? And also, we got those mates that sweat.
But yeah, I do actually know like a little bit about nutrition here, guys, and rehydration, guys. So I'll let him explain it. 'Cause I only know a little.
And they wear the baseball caps that they really should have given up like a year ago. And you start to see like the French Alps on the side. That's the salt from their sweat drying up and crustificationing, new word, on the hat. If you're partaking in a sport, especially something...
For real, I have never seen that, guys. Salt randomly appearing on somebody's forehead. That is like unheard of for me, guys. What the heck?
Like Brazilian jiu-jitsu that I do, where we lose loads of water and loads of salt. If you replenish with just water, over time you're going to create a negative balance of sodium, which is an electrolyte. And electrolytes are very important to maintain optimal performance. Could have gone for a science lesson there, but I didn't. Now, there are other electrolytes. Potassium and calcium, magnesium. I put et al. You're not supposed to put et al. That means and others, as in other authors or people. You would say etc. if you're talking about things that aren't people, but I just like the way it looks. The reason that I'm...
Guys, what? Etc.
made these electrolytes small is, although we do lose them in periods of sweat and through exercise, we don't lose them nearly half as much as we do water and salt. These are the two main ones that we want to prioritize when we're looking to replenish things we're losing in intense bouts of exercise. So let's go back to the bottles for a second. If we look here at the breakdown on the back, we can see the amount of sodium, which is salt, being just 5 milligrams. Then if we look over here at Powerade, we can see sodium at 168 milligrams. So this one's got a lot more sodium, which is one of the key players.
He's Canadian, so the nutrition labels look so different, guys.
we need to keep an eye on in hydration. Now potassium here, 700 milligrams. If we look up here, 200 milligrams. Very simply, we can see that prime is low in sodium, high in potassium, and Powerade is high in sodium and low in potassium. So understanding that when we sweat, we lose mostly water and salt, which one of these two do you think is going to be superior to when it comes to replenishing?
Guys, don't quote me on this, but I believe they're both salt, right, guys? Like sodium and potassium, they're both like forms of salt.
The sodium that you're losing.
I'm going to look that up. Hold on. Is potassium a salt? And I apologize for like suggesting water to be like something for hydration. Because like I think you need these like minerals in order to hold on to the water. I'm not 100% sure. Please don't quote me on that. And yes, it is a salt.
Fine. Okay. Hold that. You're going to try first sip. The next thing this brings me on to is the amount of sugar that's in these. So if we look at the amount of sugar that's in prime, 2 grams of sugar. And when we look
For
at
a second, I thought it was Logan Paul drinking that because, you know, Logan Paul always film. It makes quite a few videos of him drinking prime.
the amount of sugar that we've got in Powerade, 35 grams of sugar, which is equivalent to about 6 teaspoons. So that makes Powerade worse because it's got way more sugar. Incorrect. You might be hearing rain. That could be rain outside, or it could be Logan Paul's PR team with a sprinkler outside trying to silence me, because what you're about to learn changes everything. When it comes to replenishing water and salt, there is one thing that is used to speed up the process. Glucose is a very big player in speeding up the process of getting these electrolytes into the bloodstream. When it comes to rapid rehydration, which would
So he's saying sugar.
be your preference if you're in a sporting environment, glucose would be a good thing. But what if you're in a calorie-controlled diet or you don't want to get excess calories in through your hydration beverage? Well, then you would pick a sugar-free alternative like what Gatorade do. This way you get the electrolytes and no sugar, which puts it in more to a comparison with Prime. But then again, if we also
I'm not talking a lot during this. It's just I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor, and I don't want to say I am or anything. But okay, why is he just like just he's totally against Prime here, guys. Prime doesn't really. I didn't even know. I thought it was just a random drink. I didn't know it was a sports quote unquote drink. Powerade, Gatorade are always known as those sports drinks.
check. Sodium, 336 milligrams, potassium, 72 milligrams. Gatorade also understand the electrolytes which are important for sport performance and go high with sodium, low with potassium. So looking at the key players in the hydration market, if you want the best hydration, you're probably going to be looking here. And if you wanted the best hydration without calories or getting any of it in through sugar, you would look over here. So what exactly is Prime good for? Not a lot. Now I know what you're thinking. Why listen to me? James, you're just a personal trainer, counts reps for a living. So I called up my friend Jordan Sullivan, who's also known as the Fight Dietitian, who's a world expert in dehydration and rehydration, seeing as he prepares world champions in the UFC for a living. This is what he had to say.
When you sweat, you lose fluid from your skin. But where does the fluid come from? Well, it's actually coming from your blood. So the blood is important when we talk about rehydration. When we drink fluids, it doesn't just fall straight from our mouth into our blood. It has to go into our stomach, into our small intestine, and then cross a wall to get into the blood. Crossing that wall is where the problem lies. That wall has a couple of entry points where water can get in. If water goes across by itself, it's slow as all fuck. However, if you can put the right amount of sodium with the right amount of glucose in there, you have just made that drink a VIP. But the way that Prime is formulated, you're going the opposite way of getting in. That's why these comparisons that Prime do with other drinks are so ridiculous. Every drink that they compare themselves with actually have way better hydrating or sports drink properties than what they do. That's why doctors hook patients up to bags of IV fluids that are made of water, sodium, and glucose, and all good sports drinks have these ingredients in them because it
Guys, IV drip potassium. IV drip potassium. Okay, look, guys. IV drink potassium. IV drip potassium. They do put potassium into IV drips. Like, straight up. Let's see. IV drip potassium. What was the other one? Sodium. Let's see the ratios here, guys, if I could find. I can't. Hold on. Potassium chloride. Okay, there's no sodium in that one. I used to watch a YouTuber called Snake Diet, so I'm not an expert like this guy, but they do put potassium in IV drips, but maybe not for that. Oh wait, look, hold on. Let's look at the fine print here, guys. Potassium IV solutions should be administered only in well-hydrated patients with adequate urine flow. Okay, so he is actually right. I stand corrected, guys.
Works exceptionally well. I'm yet to see a doctor prescribe a bag of coconut water, bananas, or anything else with high potassium for someone with dehydration. So in short,
Guys, now here's where I disagree, guys, because coconut water, bananas, there's a low amount of potassium in bananas. There's a low amount of potassium probably in coconut water, I think. I forgot. I lost my train of thought here, man. What I'm saying is they just put the powder form into the drink. That's all I'm saying.
hydration is a very interesting term for these guys to use, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
If performing well and being hydrated is important
But yeah, sodium is more important than potassium, I think. Even with the snake diet, I think you had to take twice as much potassium or twice as much sodium than potassium.
to you, I actually wouldn't pick any of these. You could get away with taking some water, putting a sprinkle of salt and cordial in it, and you would get the majority of the benefits for a fraction of the price. 10 Australian dollars.
Yep, you don't even need any of these products, guys. You could just get sodium powder, potassium powder, get the right ratios, and I think a little bit of magnesium powder, maybe even calcium. I don't know exactly, guys, but look up snake diet, guys. I'm not a nutritionist, but
And £5 for something that hasn't even got the right electrolytes or the right mixtures to call it a legitimate hydration beverage is a ripoff. And these aren't that well priced either.
this would have been more of a hit piece if it had zero of each. But then again, it's
Because I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and I sweat a lot as a person and performance is important to me, before every session, I get electrolyte powder and I mix it with water. I get to save myself a fucking fortune from buying these overpriced drinks. And I get the exact...
See, it's right before, man. There we go. And that electrolyte powder does have the sodium, the potassium, the magnesium. There are probably a bunch of other stuff.
concoction that I want. Better yet, I can determine how strong I want that electrolyte powder depending on how long the duration of my session is or how dehydrated I'm feeling at the time. And if you're someone that trains most days, although you're only saving a few dollars,
Now, it does look like urine and probably tastes terrible, but
that adds up. And across the month of the year, that'll probably equate to buying a new pair of lifting shoes or buying a gym program off a trainer online. And better yet, there are solutions out there formulated by people who, one, know what they're doing, and two, have a brain when it comes to hydration. Unless you're someone that's into wasting their money when it comes to improving their performance, the only two things...
Okay, let's look at the ratios, though. Prime nutrition. Let's see how much exactly they put, because they have not even mentioned the ratios on the nutrition label, so... Trying to find the nutrition label. Hold on, guys. Oh, it's so hard. Okay, hold on. Magnesium, 124 milligrams. Oh, let's pull it up here, guys. Okay, B vitamins. Filtered water, coconut water. So he's talking about how... Oh, wait, no, it's just the coconut flavor. Or maybe it's not the coconut flavor. Oh, it is a coconut flavor. But, yeah, 700 milligrams potassium. I can't find sodium, guys. Where's sodium? Is there, like, no sodium? Okay, got the magnesium, the B vitamins. Why is the sodium not on the label? I can't find... Oh, wait, that's 10 milligrams. Oh, my goodness. 10 milligrams. Wow. Okay, this video is totally... Like, why are they doing that, guys? No... It's potassium, no sodium. Now here's why I think... this video is also not that bad. Again, I'm not a doctor. A lot of diets, a lot of the standard diets in the world right now is just like really high sodium but really low potassium, I think. So hey, it's like a bunch of potassium in the drink, and that is actually what we need. So guys, if you have a meal with it, there's your sodium. And then they add the magnesium as well. That's a good nutrition. Like so just just find a way to add sodium and you should be good, guys. Literally, just add like you eat a couple like processed chips and stuff. That's a good amount of sodium, guys. Literally, sodium's in like so many. You could just add sodium, guys. That's it.
That I deem important on a daily basis to get in are electrolytes and creatine. So hopefully by now you understand why decent electrolyte is going to be one of the perfect things to accompany you every day when you train. The only other thing that I mix into this solution is creatine. And if you want to understand why every single person has a brain when it comes to training and nutrition, ensures that they have creatine every single day and the benefits that it can have for you, then you're going to need to watch this video here.
That's a funny thumbnail for that one.
That I made for you so you can understand why these are the only things you really need.
I like the video. Thank you for pointing it out. Shout out James Smith. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out original video in the description. This is a video this is probably my favorite video today that I reacted to. But I'll see you guys next one. Peace out. Later, guys.